Hey guys, it's your buddy Rome. Today I want to show you guys a really unique accessory. Now, as you guys can see here on my table, I have quite a few different things, some action cameras, a drone, some accessories for smart phones. We have some cameras here, we have some webcams. So let me first introduce you guys to this product. Now, to my knowledge, this product has been released before. Now, this is from a company called Boondoo. Basically, what this is a mount for your action cameras and, in our situation, also for your webcams. So this will provide you with up to 56 different angles on the fly, never have to slow down. Now, I'll tell you, in my perspective, where that really comes into play is when I am live streaming, creating content, and I quickly need to be able to switch different angles with the cameras. So what's unique about this, guys, is that you have the two prongs here at the bottom, like you normally associate with most GoPro mounts. And then you have another, 3 system up here, so you can connect to things like this mount that you guys see here. So I want to show you guys exactly how this works. So once you have this connected, so one of the cool things that you can do with this is you have a little button right here on the side. You can just press this button in, and this is going to allow you to change the position. It locks in place once we do. So let's just go ahead and put a camera on here, and I'm going to show you guys how easy we can use this. Let's do it. All right, so here we are. Here is one of my action cameras, and you guys can kind of see how this is currently set up. So let me give you a little bit more range here. All right, so first things first, we're going to replace this with this, okay? First, you're going to mount this piece in this situation right here. So we're just going to push this guy in like so. We're going to take this little thumb screw. We're just going to fit this through, line it up, and we're going to lock that down. So now once that's in place, this is pretty much stable the way it needs to be, right? So now I can just pull this up anytime I want to. I can rotate this in pretty much any direction, like so. Now, of course, if this is on your bike or your skateboard, it's going to be much easier to work with. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to mount the camera back onto this, okay? So we're just going to take this mount here. This does come with the Allen key for you to be able to take this little screw out, especially if you want this to stay low profile. I do recommend doing it this way. So I'm just going to use the included screw. All right, so we're going to put our screw back through there. Take our Allen key. We're just going to lock this down. Now, you can just kind of leave this on depending on which action camera you're going to be using. In this case, we're going to be using the Action 6. All right, so you guys can see how that's set up. I can just take off this mount, and then I can quickly just mount that on top of the accessory like you guys see here. And then if I was using this, as a B camera or C camera, I can quickly just pop this where I want it, put it at a different angle, lock it in place, move it here, move it there, tilt it all the way back if I need to. And all of that's going to be controllable, guys, by this one little button right here on the side. And then again, when you want to change the position of this, you just pull this guy up like so, and then you can rotate it into whatever position you want to. It's just going to lock in place. And this is just going to make it super easy for you to change the angle. Now, of course, I'm using this with a little tripod, so that's kind of giving me a little bit of freedom. But if this was mounted on a motorcycle, mounted on a skateboard or something like that, you guys get the idea. You understand how important it is to be able to quickly, change positions, change the angle of whatever it is that you're working with. That really comes in handy. Now, this will work just as easily if you're mounting a smartphone on here. So if you have like one of these style mounts for your phone, that'll work. Now, let's say you want to use this for a webcam. You can do that as well. You just got to find the right accessory so that you can connect it. So you can, connect whatever you need to the accessory so that way you can mount that as well. Or you could even use this on a permanent desk mount. Let me show you guys what that looks like. All right, guys, so we have this permanent mount right here. So we're going to detach this and connect it to here, just so you guys get an idea how this could work if you're going to be using this, say, as a webcam or a secondary camera. All right, so we're just going to mount this guy on here real quick. All right, guys, as you can see now, I have it mounted on this very stable desktop mount. This is usually used for like microphones and things like that. But what's cool about this, once this is locked down, now I can quickly pop this up anytime I want to, change this, I can adjust this, I can tilt the camera back, I can put it in different positions based on how I have everything locked into place. If I needed this to be closer to a subject, all I have to do is press that little button and I can then tilt this camera down. I can then raise this back up again. So I have a lot of flexibility, guys, if I was going to be doing some tabletop photography, videography, or whatever the case it is. So that's just from a desk application. Now, of course, this is a little large, but we know that we have different mounts that we use on our drones, for mounting cameras on top of the drones. That's possible as well. Of course, you'd have to mount that and position it before taking off. So honestly, I just think, having something like this little accessory is really going to take your content creation to a whole nother level, guys. So it is built really well. It is very strong. I am actually struggling to pull this up to turn it. So it's going to take a while for this to break in for me. Let me lock this down a little bit better. You guys see, this is so strong that it's literally pulling this apart. So I can adjust this in whatever angle I want to change it. I can switch this guy back around. Again, like I said, we have those 52 different angles with this. I can tilt this back down again. So maybe I'm recording something down here on the desk and I just need the camera to be slightly above it. And then also with the stand, I can adjust that as well because I can bring that stand down lower and put it directly over whatever it is I'm trying to record. So again, guys, I think this is going to be a powerful accessory to your workflow. So definitely check this out. If you're a sports-minded person and you're a skater, you're a surfer, you're a motorcycle rider, whatever the case is going to be, this is almost a must-have, guys. This is almost a must-have. So anyway, I just wanted to share this with you guys. Of course, your buddy Rome here. Every time I find some new tech. Now, this was sent out to me to review, and I wanted to be able to share with you guys. I was so excited that I literally just got this in today, and I just decided I was just going to throw a camera on here and just started working with it to show you guys what this is capable of doing. So you're not limited to whatever camera you're going to use. So if you use an action camera, obviously, webcam, smartphone, all of those things will work perfectly with this. All right, guys, it's been your buddy Rome with Rome Knows Tech, and I will catch you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace. I'm out.